Hello, everyone. It is our final vlog of the semester, and we've got two last questions to answer for this final week of prompts. So let's jump right into that. The first is, what role does motivation play in the higher education teaching and learning process, and how can gamification help to achieve those education goals and objectives? So, motivation, and this is made pretty clear at the beginning of the chapter that goes over this, um, is a combination of thought and emotion. And those had previously been separated. They'd been treated as two separate fields of study within psychology. Motivation was considered purely emotional, and cognitive psychology and thought occupied a different realm of academia. Um, According to Miller, the two are now considered to be largely intertwined, and Miller was apparently ahead of the game on that, with motivation being the result of a combination of cognitive psychology and social psychology. And as Miller makes clear, student motivation is is a part of that motivational study, um, and it's key to instructional design as well. So he takes pains to define the psychological side of learning and motivation, because that psychology is what determines how motivation fits into education. Um, a student's motivation is what drives them forward. It's the encouragement to pursue and continue learning. And for that reason, it's important to the way we view and design education and educational courses. Um, and with that in mind, gamification helps with that. Students, especially college students, I can attest to this certainly, love games and video games. And coming at this from a tech perspective, video games are really what my focus was on here. Incorporating games into learning would be a huge motivation for students. They already love games, so incorporating them would be able to turn a medium that students already liked and are motivated to pursue anyway into an educational pursuit, and as a result, motivate them to continue pursuing their education and do better in their educational pursuits. Which leads me into my answer for the second question here. How can the student-centered higher education ecosystem model help facilitate the integration of technology and the internet into the teaching and learning process at your college or university? And I kind of piggybacked off my last answer, where I would love to see gamification become a major motivation in the schools that I attend or the schools that I work at. Jumping on this idea early would, to me, be a great idea. There would be some accusations of trendiness from all over the place, as there always are for these kinds of things. But it's not just a trend. Just like video games themselves were never just a trend, like they were accused of when they became popular in the 80s. Incorporating media into education isn't anything new, and the prevalence of games as a media source kind of necessitates the need to include it alongside things like movies and music, um, because media's prevalence as a source of educational as an educational tool and resource is proof that video games could be just as important, and that they'll find longevity in the same way that those other types of media did. So those are kind of my thoughts this week, and my last thoughts of the semester for this class. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, but this is the last time. So until we meet again.